Welcome in, you Beard Advice Live fans out there, or maybe you're just a fan of Sam C.
Okay.
My name is Dan. This is my wife, as I said. Sam, how you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome.
I was tired, and then I ate half a bag of churros, and now I'm feeling much better.
Loudly. Yeah, loudly. She is a loud snacker. Self-admitted. No exposing here.
Yes.
As you guys come in, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on the stream now or in the future. Either way works great.
You want to wait and see if it's good?
Yeah. Well, I was more like people on the replay, but hey,
okay.
Yeah, you're welcome to wait as well. But then if you don't mind, consider sharing this out. I think we're going to help some people today. We're going to have some fun and just really enjoy ourselves for this show. So thank you guys. YouTube actually has a new feature when there's thumbs up. You'll see like hit the thumbs up, guys, and you'll see down here it'll like roll.
I did.
Look at
that. I
That's
saw that.
Cool.
That is cool.
Pretty cool. So thank you guys for all the thumbs up. Thank you for all the shares. We are excited to share our night with you guys and talk about some things. We are going to do a segment called Catching Up with the Commands. Pretty self-explanatory, but Sam, What do we do with that?
We catch you up on our week.
Yeah, pretty much just tell you what's going on in our lives.
Yeah.
And then from there, we will be giving some beard advice to people that send in pictures of their beards and tell us about their goals, tell us about their problems. If you guys want to be involved, it's in the description and pinned in the chat to be on next week's show. Just send an email to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. And then outside of that, I think we'll have quite a few, especially as we're getting into this real beard season. We have a segment where you guys can ask questions. You can ask Sam questions, me, the community, the chat, and drop a comment in the chat. Let's see who's in here to see who's hanging out. Jeffrey said he invited some friends today. Cool, man.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I have seen, and I don't know if it's because it's the winter or if it's because we're getting to November or it's just random. I've had a lot more like activity out in public or outside of like our sphere of the community.
Okay.
Like we went to lunch today.
Oh, yeah.
And we're checking out, and a guy was leaving, walking out with his family, and he just kind of tapped me on the shoulder, and I don't know if he's in here or not, but he was like,
Hi.
Yeah, he was like, big fan of the channel. So that was really cool. And I'm just getting like random people that are like, hey, my uncle is asking about this. Hey, this person is here. So that's really cool to see. And so many familiar faces coming back in and seeing like Erica. And I feel like it's been a minute since we've seen Ross. What's up, Ross? And Jim and Roger, Jason. Welcome, you guys. Super duper excited.
Erica's in here?
Yeah.
Erica, I haven't talked to you in like 3 days. Where you been?
What you doing, Erica? Come on here. And True North says, listening podcast style in the shop while we make beard butter.
Nice.
Well, a little plug here. Tomorrow is a bonus video at 8 a.m. Eastern. There is a full-fledged review of the True North Beard Co. lineup. So if you guys want to learn about their products, if you want to learn about their scents, that is tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. Sam and I, just like this, but on the other side of the filming table, we'll be covering True North and breaking down everything that we have today. So Banana Goat says, how's everybody? How's it going, everyone? Good. Today's my first day feeling right after being sick all weekend. Good. I'm glad you're feeling better. Hopefully that beard's bouncing back and doing well. So awesome. You're a celebrity now. May need an autograph. No, but hey, what's up, Martin? Another local friend. We just drove by your house yesterday, I think. Not to be creepy, but we did. I was checking out your trampoline.
Wait, whose house?
Martin, across the street in the other sub.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to, put his info out there too much, but yes. And Eric says, must be that kind of night. I have butter in the freezer.
He's making butter too.
Oh, true. Gotcha. Thank you. Nice, Chris. Yeah, I saw Chris all dressed up, looking fancy today. Looking fancy. Love it. Colin says, just got the Eberlight Go 2. Used heat on my beard for the first time ever today.
Wow.
I'm shocked. My beard has never looked so good. If it wasn't for this channel, I would have never known.
Who knew?
So cool. I'm going to take a picture of that and post it on Instagram later. Smile. Now, I do love that, though. That means a lot to me because I work really hard on the info. I love sharing the info. And then hearing that it works, most people don't share, right? And I was actually talking to a company about this today. I'm guilty. You're guilty. When you buy products, right? We got this Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
I love this thing. I'm obsessed with this thing. I've not left a positive review about it.
Yeah.
Have you left a positive review? And how many YouTube videos have you guys watched and gotten tips that helped you, that were entertaining, that were enjoyable, but you don't leave a comment?
Do you comment on all of our Kara and Nate videos?
So this literally, I'm consciously trying to do.
Oh,
That's what I'm
good,
talking
good.
about. I'm trying to do better about these things, because I'm like, I love when people share this information with me. You know, I really, really enjoy that. But so many of us are bad at doing that.
Yeah.
So many of us don't think about it. We only think about the bad, right? And I, like I said, guilty. I'll have a bad experience. I'm like, do I leave a bad review? Do I not? But I rarely ever think, do I leave a good review? And you should, like, just do it. And we watch YouTube and we enjoy YouTube, but we should leave that positive feedback. So that means a lot to me, Colin. So thank you for sharing. It helps me know that what I'm doing right, or what I'm doing is going well. And he says, the week the go-to came out is how I found about this channel while researching it. Oh, nice. No way, man. You've been here ever since. That's really cool. Really, really cool. And the Luciminaire executor. Oh, man. That did not hear about that one yet, Moose. Yeah, nothing but positive vibes for sure, man. And speaking of that, Robert says, I agree, Colin. This channel's helped me out a lot with getting my beard looking better. I didn't know much about all this, and I enjoy learning more every day. And that's what this channel's about, right? If you like learning, you're going to do well. And there's some people that just want to get the basics, get it set, and then they move on. They never come back again. That's cool too. I was just talking to Sam about that. I'm okay with being that person. But if you're someone that likes to learn more and more and more, you found the right spot. Yeah, you are here for sure. Absolutely. And Martin says, just had to jump on and say hi to both. P.S. Been following your little one in soccer. DC United game is a must next season.
Yes.
I heard the owner is pretty cool. Yeah, I heard that as well. That would be fun. That would be really, really fun. Are you ready to go back to DC yet? We went to DC and it wasn't the most enjoyable experience. So it was just big city, crazy, everything kind of going on, the subway, kids, a lot of rough people.
And I got sick.
Yeah, very sick.
That was.
And Violet was really sick. Oh, snap. Who we got here? Hey, thank you so much, Donald.
Oh my gosh.
Donald just donated 5 memberships. Thank you, man.
Donald, you're the bomb.
I appreciate that. Absolutely appreciate that. So nice, man. And Darren says, I'll leave a positive review anytime, but don't like leaving negative reviews. Yeah, it's unless it's consistent. In the case, it's a one-off. Yep, totally understand. Yep, 100%.
I think the only time I leave negative reviews is if I know that someone is like intentionally doing something like bad.
Or I'll offer a review if I feel like it can help out somebody that's shopping and it's like valid feedback where it's like, I thought it was going to be this, but it wasn't, just to let people know. Because I'm like, if somebody were to have told me this, if I would have appreciated the info, I'll try to leave that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I look at reviews for everything.
Yeah.
I like research everything. So I feel like I should start doing that.
I know. We depend on others, but we don't give it.
I always want to review stuff on Amazon, but then it's under your name. And so I'm like, I'm not trying to review this like mustache waxing kit under your name. Yeah. People like wouldn't trust it or something.
Feel free. Ryan, thank you for the gifted membership, man. Very kind of you. Thank you. And again, welcome, guys. So excited again as you guys come in. Hit the thumbs up, share this out, and let's check in with what's been going on with the commands.
Okay.
Now, oftentimes it's us like kind of trying to reflect back on our week and figure out what we've been doing.
Yep.
And you got anything from the last week?
Yeah. So we went to this place called Crossroads Village. Yeah. And it's kind of, I don't even know, how do you describe it? It's like people who live in our county just know, and we all go like from the time we were little kids.
Yeah.
But it's like this.
Most places have something like this.
They do?
Yeah. So there's Greenfield Village down near Detroit. Essentially, it's like a place that's owned by the local government, and they have old buildings that they restore and keep up. And you go through, and then they do events all throughout the year. They do field trips, but like the main ones that we go to are trick-or-treating and Christmas. And
Oh,
so
I didn't know what you're talking about.
so we go for trick-or-treating, and then we drive through to see like the Christmas lights every
Yeah.
year. And so you guys probably have something local to you where it is old buildings, that like beautiful foundation. Maybe there's like a restored school building. and
Yeah,
stuff
like a
that.
mill or
Yeah.
things like that, like the general store, the theater.
Yeah.
I think they have in there.
Yep. And so Andrew says it's a mock 1800 style town with
There
an
you go.
awesome train. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, very cool. Andrew said he used to volunteer there for Halloween for years. We've been going since the kids were born.
Yeah.
Every year.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yep. So we did that this weekend. How was that this year? How was it different? How was it?
So Dan and I did not dress up this year. Normally we do the whole like family costume, but we were coming back in a hurry from one of Maddox's soccer games this weekend, and our costumes this year just take a lot. It's a lot of makeup, a lot of clothes and stuff. So we're like, okay, we'll just put the kids in, because we do family costumes, and then we let the kids pick out like cheap Walmart costumes to wear to school, because like sometimes, like last year, Maddox was the Riddler from Batman. It was like, I just feel like kids wouldn't know what he is without the whole family costume.
Yep.
And so we just let them wear their school what do you call them, costumes there this year. But it was so fun. And I think we were talking about this the other night. Like, we're like, do the kids really like it?
Yeah.
Or do they just like tolerate it? Like, I like it. I think it's really cool, but I don't know if they like it.
So we are, as you guys know, we don't like to just do the norm to do the norm. Like, oh, that's just what people do. That's just what you do. And we were leaving, and it's a lot that goes into it. It's not cheap either. It's a pretty decent expense. Like relatively, I think for the family it was $75 to go, and the kids can't even really eat the candy. So
that's true, since we cut dye out.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard for them, I think, to get excited for that. And it's cool. It's beautiful. We love it probably more than they do. But we were leaving, and I was like, I'm not leaning one way or the other. Just a genuine question. Do the kids enjoy this, or is it something we make them do? And I think that's a good perspective for any parent to approach every situation, because there's just so many like societal norms. You do this, or traditions, like family traditions. And we're big on, hey, if it's not something you enjoy, if it's not something adding positive to your life, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm glad that we thought about it. I still don't know the answer.
We'll have to ask him next year. I don't feel like we get a lot more of these years with Maddox.
Yeah.
Because he's like preteen. You know what I mean? Like, it's already, I feel like, coming out, like it's not cool to do stuff. And so I'm like, we'll just go like the next couple years and then reevaluate.
And Maddox is amazing. Like, he doesn't ever talk down about things. He's not the kid that's like we've built our relationship where he's not going to communicate that way. But yeah, he just doesn't get as excited about things as he used to. And yes, we are in Michigan. We're in Genesee County, the Flint area. He said he'll be heading there in a couple of days, heading to Lansing. Very cool. Yeah, nice. Lansing's about an hour away from us. And so, yeah. So, and then kind of with that too. So we have actually, I can show you guys. We have our Halloween costumes. And when it comes to like the family one, we do this every year. There's a themed costume.
Yep.
And this year it was witches and zombies.
Yep.
And so that's all out and made the costumes. Sam did all this and the makeup and everything. And it was a lot of fun. It was
so cool.
Yeah, a lot of cool comments. So here's Sam and I. And then, yeah, here's me and the boys. I love this picture.
It is good.
Love this picture. But for school, they wear their school one. And then for trick-or-treating, if I remember correctly, we let them pick. They can do their school one. They can do this one.
Yeah, so it really is kind of like weather dependent, because our family costumes are more so like, because we wear them earlier in October and for camping. And sometimes even like late, like this was late September. And so they're normally like warmer weather costumes, not the kind where you could put a winter coat under it. And normally for Halloween, I feel like we've been having to wear our winter coat.
Yeah.
Like hats and stuff. And so then we just kind of like have them wear their Walmart ones.
Yeah, for sure. And Erica says, Jax cracks me up in this photo. Yes, this this is Jax, right? This is Jax.
Jax might truly be a zombie.
Right. Absolutely.
He embodies it so well.
Yeah, it is so dang true. And it's such a good picture. Sam says that Maddox looks like a model zombie, like doing like blue steel or something. Like, yeah. And so this sums them up really well. And then Sam has picture, let me see if I can grab it, of Violet and her different faces. Now, this sums up Violet very, very well here too. And these are just phenomenal pictures.
So beautiful.
And she is like, it just strikes you with how beautiful she is, but just like her progression, like this is her, like after being bad and being like, Violet, what are you doing? And then she's like, I'm sorry. And it kind of does that. And like, look at that. Like that's our little girl. And it's so funny to see like how unique and how different they are. And to kind of, and we'll get into the advice in just a bit here, guys. One story, I don't want to go too much into detail, but I think it's a good relevant thing. And again, I think it could be a podcast topic. So this is not involving our soccer team, but I'm curious on like parent approaches here. So Maddox and Jax go to a different kind of training away from soccer.
Oh, okay.
And again, I'm not going to get into details. There's no names, nothing like that.
I didn't know where you were going with this at first.
So they go to a different kind of training outside of soccer to help out with other skills like agility and speed, right? Something along the lines of those. And we went last week and one of the trainers was like, oh, hey, I got to talk to you. And Maddox is 8, Jax is 6, Violet's 3. All very different personalities. And we love all the different personalities. It's really fun. And the trainer came to me and was like, hey, I got to talk to you about something. We should have called you last week, but it just slipped our mind. There was a girl who's 6 and she was bubbly. She was upset because she said Maddox was really mean to her and was saying things like she is slow and fat. And I was just like, Maddox? And he was like, yes. And I was like, no, like I was a teacher for 12 years. I said, I fully understand how parents defend their kids and how this may sound, but I'll talk to him, but I'm letting you know, this was not Maddox. I said, and I said this right to him. I go, if you told me my daughter Violet called somebody fat or my daughter Violet was mean to somebody, I'd apologize right now. I would tell you, I am so sorry. We're working on her. We're parenting. I promise we care. I'm so sorry. If you told me it was Jax, I would say, I'm going to have to talk to him, but okay, I'm on it. Yeah. There's still a chance. Jax, when he cuts deep. Like he goes off. Maddox is the sweetest, most sensitive, kindest kid. And again, you guys, I was a teacher for 12 years. I coached for 16 years. I know how things can sound. He's not capable of lying. Jax, brilliant liar.
Jax, brilliant. Can just bust a lie. He lied to you an hour ago.
Yeah, he is a brilliant liar. So we're not the parents that are going to say like, oh, our kids are angels. They don't do anything. We just fully understand our kids well.
Yep.
When Maddox lies, how do you know he's lying?
He just gets real twitchy and he's like looking all around. His mouth is moving weird.
And the second you say something like, Maddox, are you telling the truth?
Yeah.
He breaks down, he cries. He's never lied. You can tell 100% of the time if he's even away from the truth a little bit, especially if you press him.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to get down to the bottom of it. Like we'll get this all figured out. And he gets in the truck and I'm grilling him every which way you can imagine. I'm like, Maddox, you're going to need to tell me now. If there's something, let it come out now. Otherwise, it's way worse down the road. Even if it's something that she misunderstood, even if it's something here. And he was like, no, like, I don't know what you're talking about, Dad. He's like, the coach talked to me. I told him no. And Jax was with him the whole time. I'm like, Jax, was there something that happened? Was there an argument? And he's like, no, the girl's just really bratty. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so it's settled. Time went on. The next day, I'm like, Maddox, all right, man. For real, was there something? I know you didn't call her fat because that would mortify us. Like we are so beyond anything like that. And he's like, no. And I'm like, did you get an argument? He's like, she wanted to go ahead of me in line and was throwing a fuss. He goes, I just let her. I said, go ahead. He's like, I was just really kind and really, really caring to her. And from there, I was like, okay. So I sent them a message and I'm like, hey guys, I understand you got to learn from people and listen to everybody. I'm telling you, my son did not say that. And so they went today. The coaches, trainers never addressed us. And essentially we're like, who knows what's said, but if you did, we can't say these things here. Be polite and all this stuff. And the other girl's parents were there and were like kind of mean mugging me the whole time. and I'm like, I'm right here. Like, if you want to talk, feel free to talk. But I didn't think it was my job to convince them that their daughter was a liar. I didn't think it was my job to like defend my son. And so with the parents out there, experienced parents, what are your thoughts on a situation like that where without a shadow of a doubt, your kid is not lying? But what I feel crappy about is Maddox was put into this situation 2 weeks in a row now where he's like uncomfortable and like there's accusations about him and it had nothing to do with him.
Right.
And like, you don't want to be dismissive of anybody, but I also know, like, truly from the bottom of my heart, he didn't say anything. He never has. No. He doesn't. Like, that's just not him, how it is, And so, like, that's just been on me. I'm like, how do you handle? Do you go and tell that parent, hey, your daughter's a liar? Like, do that, or do you just go and say, hey, I just want to let you know my kid didn't say anything, but then they argue and stuff?
No, I think you just have to leave it. Just let them think what they want to think, and eventually it will come out that girl was not telling the truth.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. And that's what I did. And then Ken right here is a teacher, and he says, say nothing. Never interrupt Karen parents when they're making a mistake. That's good perspective to hear. That's really good perspective. And that's what I agree. And this is exactly what we did. Sam talked to him. I talked to him, and I apologized that he was in the situation. I thanked him for being honest, for being kind. He said today he tried to like be nice to her and she didn't really receive it much and stuff. So it was, it was tough. And so Flag said, kids are vicious, man. I've seen similar incidents where my brother's been accused of stuff when we were younger. And that's a whole nother thing. I do want this down as a podcast idea if you need to write this down. But the concept of in America, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But it has now become, if you are accused of something, you are guilty forever, no matter what.
Well, especially if you're a man.
And that's, I mean, to be real, if a woman accuses a man of anything, they are guilty in the public eye forever.
Yeah.
And we've seen some stories.
It never goes away.
And never goes away. If you guys follow baseball, Trevor Bauer was this pitcher. Lady came out, not even a lady, a female came out and said that essentially he raped her, he beat her, he took stuff too far. It was consensual, and then he went too far with it. And so he lost his job. By the way, guys, never lost in court. Never had any kind of evidence whatsoever. And he was kicked out of the MLB before any kind of trial. And then it comes out now, 2 years later, she had text messages to her friend saying, oh, his bank account's got 48 million. And her friend right back, get that bag. And then a video comes out where she's laying in bed with him and he's asleep. She's smiling at the camera and then like shows her lip like it was like a little bit busted because things got a little bit, interactive. And she's like winking at the camera, like, got him. And his career was ruined. In another example, I'm not a fan of this school, but Michigan State, their football coach, stuff came out about him. He was in the wrong on some things, but what she was accusing wasn't actually true. And now all the evidence is coming out where she's texting her friend saying, I'm broke. I'm going to go get his money. I'm going to drain his bank account. I'm going to do this and that. These guys are tarnished forever. Their lives, their jobs are impacted forever because of that accusing. And it's right here. Trevor was suspended for 3 years and is 199% innocent, truly. But the concept of being accused, and now I feel weird bringing Maddox back there because that's how they view him. That's how this family views him. And he literally did not do anything other than be kind.
Right.
And the girl is 2 years younger than there's literally no situation in the world. That girl could say everything she wanted about Maddox, and he would just sit there and go, this is what he does in bad situations. So that one really bugged me is how it just came out right away. And Caroline says, I also think people are so quick to take sides without critically or even digging for legit information. Yeah. Yep. No doubt. And like, so
instantly I was like, I wanted to believe that Maddox didn't do it, but then I was like, maybe it was provoked, maybe something else. So like I tried not to be like, no. Like that wasn't Maddox. I was like, what do you mean that happened? Like what happened?
And so we both talked to him in our different ways.
Yeah.
And it did not happen. Like it did not happen. And again, If you told me Jax did it, I'm gonna have to leave a little bit of doubt there, but I'm still gonna listen to him. If you told me Violet did it, yeah, it happened. Like it probably happened. And so that was an interesting like last week for us and for me as like a parent and as a dad, and the raising my son and a protector. And it's like that was really strange. And then being there with the parents today, and yeah, and then Maddox was like, oh, her dad's real tall. And I just said,
oh my gosh,
Maddox, he does not want this. I said that would be a very poor choice if he tried to tried to be tough in this situation, because they're never there. That's the first time this dad has ever come, and the dad stayed the entire time to watch the training. And it's like I just stood there. I literally posted up on the wall, and I'm just like this. I was looking right. Like I would be gladly. I'm not trying to be tough or anything, but I'll gladly have a conversation and tell you the truth, because I'm sorry to tell you, but if there's things being made up and accusations, that's not a good start to the future for your child, you know? And so it was a really tough thing.
Plus the boy said, just acted like she didn't want to be there the whole time.
She sat out more than half the time.
Yeah, and she would like whine when she had to go in. And so I think the situation was that she didn't want to be there. And so she thought up this lie to try to get out of it.
And she did get out of the next practice because Maddox was there.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of conversations that we have, that we try to analyze, and like I said, with the trick-or-treating, we want to know, do you guys actually like this? With this situation, like, did you actually say it? And like, think about how many parents would come home and just like rag on their kid or immediately say, no, they didn't. And yeah, we like to think outside the box and try to be as good of people and parents as we possibly can.
We try to.
Yeah, we try our best. So that was that. We have an amazing, I think, can we announce it? What the topic is for Friday for the podcast?
No.
To get these people hooked and ready?
Tomorrow.
An exclusive?
Okay.
All right.
For you 115 people.
Friday, 6 a.m. You can listen to it when it drops. You can listen to it later. You can listen to it whenever you would like. Our podcast, Catching Up with the Commands, it's linked in the description. So many of you have watched. Thank you. Is going to be the murder house story.
Say no more. No more.
Some of you have heard it. Some of you have not. It is worth it. Even if you have heard it once or twice, I promise you it will be an intriguing story. And the craziest thing is it's all true.
And it's on our street.
And like directly across the street, like right there, like not an exaggeration. From our driveway, Maddox could throw a baseball and hit their driveway.
Yep.
Like Maddox, our 8-year-old. So it is pretty, it's going to be a good story, you guys. So I'm excited. There's some twists. There's some turns. There's some laughs in there. There's a crazy ending. It's going to be good. So don't miss it. Hey, that's a good thing. Perfect for Halloween.
That's why I did it.
See the brains on this one over here. Big brain genius, as the kids say.
Big brain genius.
So yeah, please check it out, guys. It's a as lighthearted as a murder story can be. It's lighthearted.
I mean,
yeah. And the story, guys, is from my experience. It's not a story.
Dan was involved in this murder house story.
Yep. And I'm not saying too much. I promise. I'm not saying too much. I had to go to court. My mom had to go to court. So like, this is firsthand. And Darian says, y'all are killing the podcast game. Already knew y'all were intelligent, but it's awesome that you have the emotional intelligence to match.
Thank you,
man. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Dan did not murder.
That you know of.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where we're at. Yeah, wear your Sherlock Holmes costumes and bring popcorn. Yeah, if you have not heard the story, I don't know if anybody's ever predicted the outcome during the story.
Honestly, I'm trying not to think about the story because I forget it a lot and I forget what happens. Then you retell it, like if we're out somewhere and I'm like, oh, shoot, that did happen.
Yeah. And there's news articles. There's everything. So, hey, Leo, welcome in, man. And it's going to be good. So that was Catching Up with Commands. I don't think that Maddox had soccer.
Yep.
Did the trick-or-treating, family stuff. We've been working our butts off over here.
Yeah, it was really nice. And so we got to put away all of our outdoor furniture. What an adult thing to get excited about.
Yeah.
We put away outdoor furniture and
Cleaned.
I power washed the deck, and that was so fun.
Power washing is so
It is.
satisfying.
It really is.
Yeah. It is so satisfying. Scott says murder stories top tier. I'm not even going to be humble on this one. It's a great story and I love telling it. And again, it's true. It's just so good.
Mhm.
So be there. 5 years ago? No. So this was when I was in college.
I was going to ask you what year it was because I was
Yeah.
writing like the intro.
Ah, man, we'll have to look up a news article.
Yeah.
It was
I feel like it
2008 or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like it was like 2009.
Yeah. I'll look it up later. But yeah, 2008, 2009, somewhere around that that timeline. So yeah, I'm excited. Ken says outdoor furniture. I have a camping chair inside. Yes. Hey, what's up, Joe?
Wait, though, is that true? That's funny.
He's like got that bachelor life, so it makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, let's go ahead and get into. Got any more catching up with the commands?
No.
All right.
I don't think so.
And yes, Leo, it will be a detailed story.
Yes.
It'll be like Sam tuning in here and all this stuff. It's going to be awesome. All right. Robert says, random question. Do you have a contact that I can send pics to find out if I can be a beard model? No. I don't know anything about like actually becoming a beard model. I know the best way to probably get there is to make a social media account and start posting and people will approach you. But like a traditional sense of like sending it to somebody and saying, hey, can I be a model?
I mean, just Google like male modeling agencies.
There you go. Yeah.
And I'm sure that they have like a section for that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to bring in sound effects, Samsey, for the murder story?
Oh, yeah. I'll be in the background like, ooh. What is that, a whip?
It was more of, I was thinking but it did come out as a whip.
It did.
Maybe there's a whip involved. Who knows? David, I have a review coming soon, my man. So I do. All right, Gigi, thanks for going to lunch with us today. You are awesome. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up on the stream if you have not.
Talking about Gigi, did you tell her what time to come tomorrow?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Gigi, if I did not tell you, I did tell you. So we should be all set. Thank you. Thank you, Gigi. The podcast is possible because of my mother-in-law. She watches Violet while we record.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Violet cannot be in the house.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, you need to call this show Murder House. Y'all killing it. All right. To be on the show next week, you guys, the email is beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We've had a couple of light entry weeks in a row, which is fine. That's all right. I don't know if you guys are intimidated by Sam or what, but we'd love to have more entries if you guys want advice. If not, that's okay too. But send it to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. It's 100% free, and we're very proud of the advice that we've offered. Like I saw a comment today from Walter, and my video today was about having a beard and having it give you confidence. And he said, I didn't have confidence until you told me to do a transparency trim. And I've never been more confident in my life. And I'm like, that's what this show can do, guys. It can be something so simple and it can make a big, big difference. Yeah, big, big difference. And so, yeah, man, I appreciate that. And that's what it is right there. What about the Beard Confidently video drop today? Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I do really, really appreciate that. And yeah, Flag says having a dedicated beard page can potentially get you some decent connections. That's the route, you know, post, and they will come. I have people all the time that'll ask me like, hey, how do I get involved in this? How do I get involved in that? I'm like, just create value and they'll find you. So that's, yeah, definitely a nice approach to really anything. Yeah. You know? All right. Send on in, guys. We'd love to have you, but let's go ahead and check out what we have advice on here. Oh, first, by the way, we have a little announcement. Yes, Beard Octane. You guys, this Friday. I feel like this has been building for so long.
I know.
And it is this Friday. So Sam, from your perspective, then I'll fill in any gaps. What is going on Friday?
So Beard Octane is having this best beard contest on their live stream
Yes.
channel, and we're going to be guest judges.
Yeah.
With Scuba.
And guys, to be honest and real, and we'll explain on the stream, the contestants are going to be chosen, the finalists and the winners, beforehand. We're going to get together as a team, put them on there, and then they'll be revealed on the stream. We will give feedback, and Sam will say, hey, this is what I love about this beard. I'll say, this is what I love about this beard. And then Scuba will add in some irrelevant information that doesn't help anybody, probably burp in there or something. And on top of that, we're going to have giveaways. There's going to be like crazy videos that Joe has made for like production value. Friday, 8 o'clock on the Beard Octane website. And it's not too late to enter. I have put in a link in the chat for you guys to be able to go and see if you want to enter. Go and check out the contest. And I'll show you here. You have one more day to enter. Okay. And then here are the sponsors: Black Rifle Coffee, Pit Viper, Weber Grill. I mean, these are massive,
so crazy,
massive companies. And then you can see some of these beards, and there's 5 different categories. It's like under 6 inches, over 6 inches, people's vote, decorative beard, and then best in show. So the best of the best from any category. And I mean, when you see these, just you scroll through and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of follicles in these pictures.
Some people have like long beards.
Yeah.
Like long.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
One of my shirts.
Oh, there's a bunch. And it's really cool. Does not get you any points, though.
Oh.
One of your shirts, one of your hats there. So there's all sorts of them, which is really cool to see as it goes. One of your hats. And Scott has some. Usually he's got the Beard Octane hat. Understandable. So yeah, guys, it's going to be fun. It's different for us. We get to kind of hang back and chill a little bit, but it's going to be just a really, really, really good time. John Fox, yeah, he was at the beard meetup up in Maine. So that was really cool. If we miss it, do you know if we can replay it? Yes, it should stay up on their YouTube channel forever. If not, Joe messed up, but it should be on there. Sam, me, Scuba, Joe will be on, Eric with an A will be on, and then Steve, Barbecue Steve, will be like the host or like the narrator. Cool. So it's just going to be a party. It's just going to be a hangout, kind of casual, low-key fun. And then if you guys want to enter, there's still one more day to enter. You can enter right on the website, or you can enter by posting on Instagram. Both of these do work. We've verified. And all you got to use is hashtag BeardTober2023 and hashtag BeardOctane. And so that would be pretty awesome. This guy's entered. Scott Johnson's on there. And so, yes. All right. I'm sorry, Sam. I'll resubmit. Because of that. Yeah. Hey, Vado, welcome. I'm in there. Scroll in. Oh, yeah, Tony. So you guys, I hope that you will be there. Scrolling down at the bottom this Friday. Now, I'm glad you said that it's on their channel. I feel like a lot of people are going to be like clicking this channel, refresh. I'll try to get up like a community post or something that's like, go over to the Beard Octane channel. So be there Friday. We're going to have a great time. And again, there's giveaways. Even if you're not entered, free giveaways, win some cool stuff, and just enjoy our presents.
Yeah.
Presents. Oh.
Presents.
Woo! I'm not saying it. All right, let's go ahead and check out our first entry today.
Eric with an A.
Eric with an A. So when I wrote this, I wrote ARIC because the A on the last name like played mental tricks with me.
I'm not gonna lie, before I met Eric with an A, I did not know that you could spell Eric with an A.
You can spell anything with an A.
True.
That was deep. Do you know, have you seen it since?
No.
I haven't either.
No.
Eric with an A. How many other humans on this planet have you seen their name spelled the same way as you?
For whatever reason, I feel like it's a like Scandinavian spelling or something like that.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty dedicated to his heritage. Was it Scottish? I believe, Eric.
Okay. That makes sense. What is your clan name?
Ooh.
What if we were part of the same clan, Eric?
And he owns several kilts, by the way.
What?
When he goes to weddings.
You're full-blown Scottish.
Oh, yeah. When he goes to weddings, he wears kilts to the wedding. When he goes to formal attire events, he wears the kilt.
I fully expect you to be wearing a kilt on the stream Friday.
So, hey. Oh, it is kind of a Halloween theme one too. So, all right, Eric, stop working. Get back here in comments, please. We'd like to know if you have met or seen Eric with an A spelled the same way. Yeah, anything is spelled. You can spell anything with an A. Yeah. All right, Eric, last name A. Oh, here he is. Okay, 3 to 4. Yes, I'm Scottish. Do you see how well I know my friend? Like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. First name is just because my parents wanted a different spelling.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of that with students.
Well, that was very lackluster, Eric.
I have seen at least, and this is not an exaggeration, at least 5 different spellings of the word Ashley.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
That can get crazy.
When you throw an IEGH on that boy, like, dang, Ashley. All right. Clan Johnston for life. Yeah, I see that. And then you got
Stuart for me.
I feel like there needs to be a battle between the Clan Johnson and Johnston.
Agreed.
That you guys need to battle it out, and only one stays.
Only one survives.
Eric, what kilt brand? I know at least one of them he got off Amazon, which I was pretty impressed with.
Did not know Amazon sold kilts.
Now you do. My son Caleb instead of Caleb, so we have matching initials. That's cool. I like that a lot. That's really cool. And
I have seen the Caleb.
Pretty common. Yep, I have seen that one as well. Yep, I have seen that for sure.
Okay, Johnson is English.
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either because, like, Scott, I don't know if you're familiar, but I'll be down at Daytona Beach for the Nationals. A big guy that competes nationally, world champion, and his wife Natalie, world champion too. They are the Johnstons with a T, and I feel like I see Johnson more often.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. And Vado said, I see it often parents embrace instead of correcting when kids have so much potential. Yeah. Yep. I know what you're talking about for sure. Sam, I usually wear a kilt to the holiday expo.
Oh, nice.
Fancy.
That fancy expo.
All right. Back to Eric with an E here.
Okay. Eric with an E.
Once again, Dan, you have inspired me to. And guys, I have been starring your questions, by the way. So we will hit those at the halftime. It's not even really a halftime segment, but at this question segment. I was once again, Dan, you have inspired me to try out a new trim. This time I was really going for the Dan C look.
Oh.
I know that this isn't your typical submission, but I want to pay homage to you and Sam for your endless amounts of knowledge and encourage myself and so many others to be proud of what we've achieved in this bearded community. I can't thank you both enough for encouraging words you have given me. Keep up the good work.
Oh.
All right. So this, again, is not your traditional trim, and there was a lot that was trimmed here. Okay? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
And he was going for the Dan C look. Now, if I can take
a step
further.
This can be like scarier. Did you trick me? And you're like gonna give me a jump scare?
No, jump scare. And I think he nailed the Sam C trim as well.
Hold up.
All right.
Hold up.
Here we go. David said, I know Sam is short for Samantha. Do you ever call her Sammy?
Oh.
No. I have never called her Sammy. I think that's the first time that string of sounds have come out of my mouth ever.
Sammy.
No. Maybe I've like yelled across the room like, hey, bring me a Sammy.
Nope.
I don't really eat sandwiches.
Never have done that.
I don't ever talk to her like that. Okay, let's go and check out Eric with an E's trim.
Oh my gosh!
How cool is that?
It's so good.
So he carved these out and just wanted to say thank you to you and to the community.
I love it.
Dude, Eric, are you out there? Let me see if we got Eric. No, we got Erica. Hello, Erica. But Eric, if you're out there, man, drop a comment because that's so cool.
Amazing. I've never thought to put like both of our logos on a pumpkin.
And can we acknowledge how good that is?
Right.
Like really, really good.
It's so good.
My skills on the carving, you guys, is pretty terrible. I'm really bad. Yikes. Oh, right here. Eric's in here. All right. Oh, Eric with an A at the end. Hey, man, thank you,
That's
dude.
Amazing, Eric.
Like, and I hope you're reading the chat. That is so impressive. And he set up the text. I didn't write that, which I love how you set it up. I was on the same page as like I set the show up so Sam doesn't know what's coming. And so I love having that surprise, which is really, really cool. Yeah, really cool.
That's so good.
So we might, I feel like I tried to do the logo one year.
You did yours once, but it was horrendous.
Oh,
yeah.
True. It is bad. I
Remember the year you tried to use the drill? Yikes.
Yeah. I'm artistic through my communication.
Yeah.
I can paint a picture with every tool you can
Your
imagine.
words are
My
artistic.
words are artistic, and I'm not afraid to admit that. When people are like, I can't sing, I can't draw, I can't carve, guys, I can't sing, I can't draw, I can't carve. To the point where I asked her the other night, I said, Sam, do you think if I had proper training for, for long enough, would I be able to sing adequately? She said no. And I
No.
think I could. I think it's
No.
a tool. I think I could train it, but I'm that bad. Like I am that bad at singing.
Our cats run when you sing.
And I think our kids got it from me too.
It's Vi's okay.
Vi's okay.
Vi is okay.
Yeah, Vi is okay. Sam doesn't sing often, but Sam has a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
And like I feel like you could have been a really good singer.
Thank you.
Mhm. Like I'm talking like, and you'd be like, well, damn, that's rude. Like she is a good. I feel like she.
My
Been
grandma
a
used to tell me
singer.
that too.
Yeah, you have a beautiful voice.
Mm.
And so put down the drill, Dan. I learned. Yeah, I definitely learned. And I do want to say out there, guys, I feel like a couple people are behind. Please make sure you're live. You want to hit the live button in the chat. Or in the chat, if somebody could type, make sure you're live, that'd be beneficial. But check your screen, activate it by touching it or running the mouse over it. And if there's not a red dot next to the word live, then you are not live. Yeah, and so Ken does know that I can rap like Fergie and Jesus, but you know, it's not. No, just kidding. I'm not that good. Eric says, "Thank you for the compliments. Thank you to Dan and Sam.
Thank you.
Dude, it's an honor. This is really cool. Like,
it is so
really,
cool.
really cool. I'm gonna have to post this one as well because I just love that, man. Absolutely love
I feel like
that.
we should take a picture of it.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
take a
I was gonna
picture.
do a screenshot, but yeah, with us on it, that's a
Yeah.
good call. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Picture time, guys.
Oh wait, no, I'm pointing the wrong way. Shoot.
All right, go that way.
This way?
Yep.
Oh
there
my
you go.
gosh, so weird.
All right, here we go. Picture. All right. Can't super see us because it's the little one, but
It's
still so
fine.
cool. So cool.
So cool.
Thank you, Garden State. I appreciate that. Would your phone screens would be your phone screen backwards?
Yeah, right. Backgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
We got a couple more days.
All right. Thank you, Eric. That was really cool.
Thank you.
Did that catch you off by
Yeah,
surprise?
yeah. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah, you figured out there was something up, but so awesome, man. I just want to keep looking at that. And the depth of it, like, that's really well done.
So cool.
Man, awesome. All right, here we go, guys. We have Brandon, and this is our only like true entry, I guess you could say, for the night. So we got one person for advice, and then the rest will be questions. 4 years in going for a long beard. Just some tips on what I should be looking forward to. Kind of scared trimming and don't want to mess up. Love that. And so we'll be able to talk about that as we go. Hey, what's up, Caleb? You are 47 minutes late. He asked. All right, so here's Brandon. Awesome, man.
Nice.
Love this. So I'm going to give some advice, and we're going to talk about what you can look forward to and kind of give some perspective on trimming as well. So first off, man, you have a great foundation.
Yeah.
So my video today was about being confidently bearded, and I kind of talked about on there how I believe that men naturally have beards and that there's some confidence that comes with showing your manliness, you know, with showing I'm growing this thing that I'm supposed to have as a man. And I think it's extra important for men that are bald. Like, I really, really believe that. And I think, like, if you are bald on the top of your head and you're bald all the way around, in my opinion, it's just an opinion, I think that that's not a good look. I've said it many times. I feel like it's a naked mole rat. I feel like a thumb. Like
Dan's been using that as
a diss.
A diss. Like, you look like a thumb.
Yeah. Like, don't cross me, guys. I'll cut deep. I'll be
That's
like,
no underwear checks.
yeah, right. Hey, shut up, you thumb.
Because then they have to stop and think about it. Like,
yeah, I'm never basic. I'm never just gonna be like, you ugly, right, or something like that. I'm gonna dig deep, and and this was earned, you guys. This was earned. I'm always fair. I described somebody to Maddox today. If you guys were here earlier, you might be able to put the pieces together. I said they can barely walk. They're not gonna come near this direction, and you can figure out what. Yeah, and when I say walk, maybe there's like distribution of LBs, you know, that I'll just leave that there. And they deserved it, by the way. And so if I'm gonna say so, I'm gonna say you look like a thumb. I'm gonna say something creative. And I just don't think it's a good look when you're bald. I think there's people that have like great facial structure and they can pull off like no beard or like a little bit of stubble, or they can rock a beard. And then if you're bald, I think everybody needs something. You need something. You know,
can't be like clean shaven. Is that the word?
I don't like that phrase.
Shave.
Yeah, clean shaven. Which is
okay.
strange.
So what would you say? Like shave?
I would say like completely shaved, bald shaved, freshly shaved, something like that. I hate. So here we go. I'm gonna give you advice, Brandon. I'm about to go off on one of my tangents here. I made a video on this.
Sit back, get comfy.
Watch it sometime, okay? Support the channel, Sam C. Jeez.
I can't.
I cannot stand the phrase clean shaven because I literally believe it is propaganda. Now, what is propaganda? You create a message to change the narrative and perspective of the masses. Who would want to do that? Gillette literally came up with this phrase clean shaven. What does it do on a subconscious level? It tells you that somebody that shaves is clean. And that if somebody has a beard, they are not clean because you don't hear the phrase, oh, that dude's so clean bearded.
Yeah.
But you see people, and even you who has an entire life based on beards as far as a career goes, and you'll see and say, oh, clean shaven. That's such tricky and just twisted propaganda to make people think that. And if we want to get down to the facts of the matter, beards are often, especially if you watch this channel, far more clean than a shaven face because a shaven face has microabrasions, which develop bacteria that stays on the razor, especially if you reuse the razor. Don't get me started. I guess I have started here. Don't get me going deeper. Don't get me going deeper. But that one really kills me because it's become so ingrained in our lingo to say clean shaven. And it's like, why is so the opposite of that is dirty. You're implying that you don't have hair, that it's a clean shave. I don't like it. It is marketing. What brilliant. Props to them.
Jokes on them now because they sell beard products.
I know. And that's going to be a video coming up where I believe the large shaving companies that sell beard products across the board, their beard products are atrocious. They're horrible. Put those pieces together. You sell shaving products as the majority of your income, and then you're gonna come out with beard products that are really bad. I don't know if they want those beard products to succeed. Just putting that out there. Yep, just putting that out there. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Advice, and then we'll give perspective on things.
Okay.
So Brandon, keep going for that beard, man. But I do have a couple of tips here. The first one that I recommend is eloquently put out there by Jake. Do you recommend tapering in the bald head to a beard? Yes. I strongly recommend a fade, a taper, whatever you would like to call it. And so Brandon, right here, you guys know me, and Scott was featured on a video. I believe the best line, especially, and if you have glasses, I understand that works too. I still think this is the right move. Go from the corner of your ear to the corner of your mouth. And that is where you're, come on. I know I went from the wrong angle. From the corner of your ear to the corner of your mouth, and just make a straight line right there. And what you're going to do is you are going to, all right, let me get it perfect.
I was going to say, that's down a little far.
That was a little bit too low. There we go. So this section right here, you're going to take off. And then this section below it, you are going to fade. And so you're going to do that where essentially the very top is the shortest and it gets a little bit longer, a little bit longer, a little bit longer. I do have videos on that. I really do have videos. If you just want to look up or if you want to send me a message, I'd be happy to send it to you. But if you just want to look up bald and bearded fade or bald beard taper, I should pop up as one of the top videos for those ones. And so I do think that will make a nice thing. And Ken says, cut back edge straight down and brown the sideburns more to a pointed fade. Yeah, essentially what we're saying there. Yeah, And so I think that's step one. That's going to be really nice. And then the other one is eventually we're going to need a trim, but I don't know when that is yet because I want to adjust your styling first. And this is essentially what you're going to do here is have this kind of line, but your styling, Brandon, you're on the neck. You see this section right here? It is just how the beard is coming down and then jetting in towards the face. That's super natural and something that happens to almost all of us as we transition from a short beard to a longer beard. Essentially, what you're doing with a brush or a comb or both, you're going on the face and you have that nice backboard of the bones. Once you get past it, you start pushing in, and I'll demonstrate here. So you'll be combing, and you're pushing pressure. Then you get past it. Oh, and it jets in and it starts to train the hairs in those directions. Now, on top of that, that's also a natural spot where the waves and the dips and the dents and the curls form. So it just kind of compounds itself. So what I would recommend doing there is looking up like Dancy Bearded beard waves. And essentially, you're going to use heat and you're going to train those hairs in the opposite direction. Two huge tools that could really help you. One would be a round brush. Just get a round brush. I use one every morning, and a heated brush. Both of those will help you get those bad boys in kind of direction.
He almost does look like he uses a heated brush.
He
right?
definitely, I think, does.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right when you look at the hairs on the side
Yeah.
here. And it's just going to be about dialing in how you can best lay those down. I don't know if G Squared is in here, but G Squared reached out to me. It was like, these sides are driving me crazy. I'm doing your technique. I'm trying. He actually sent me a video, and if you guys really need some feedback, I'm happy to do that. I've never charged anybody. And all I figured out was he was using too much heat on the side. So I had him dial it back. He adjusted his routine, and it's been perfect ever since. And so I think that would be really beneficial. And Michael says, I feel like most guys do the hard cutoff because it's an easy and you don't screw it up. Yep, absolutely. And he says, fade requires a barber, some personal talent. I'm guilty of it myself. Great perspective. And I don't think you're wrong there. Ruben says, wait, Dan has a video on it? Just kidding. So yeah, once I figured out how to fix those waves, it was a great day. It changes everything because many of us that have those, we get self-conscious about it. You know, we see those things, and I promise you will be able to figure that out. And Roger says, perfect sideburn. Dancy brought up that sideburn video. Awesome, man. Thank you. So that's the biggest things right there. Is I would change that line. I would work on the heat, and it really is trial and error. I love, like somebody said today earlier, Colin said, I used a heated brush for the first time today, and it changed everything. That's awesome. But there's a lot of people that the first time, it's not what they wanted. The second time, the third week, the fourth week, it just takes trial and error. It just takes stepping outside of your comfort zone, trying different techniques. There's a lot to this. And so, yeah, I should, Ken. I know exactly what you're saying. We do have a video on the channel about heat and layers. All I'll say is the video is not by me. And so I think that could be a beneficial video about heat and layers. Do you layer? You do. You layer your heat.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
That's what I thought when I was thinking about you. So, yeah, man. And when you dial that in, this is all going to get kind of compacted back into the beard. That's going to help not by trimming, but by styling. So keep playing with the styling, my man. And I think we'll help you out there. Now, Sam, he is growing it out to a big, long beard. He wants to know what he can look forward to. So like along this journey, do you have any perspective as he's going from like this to a longer beard? Any advice, any things that he might want to keep in mind as it's growing out?
Make sure to trim or train your mustache as you're getting longer. That's always my biggest advice, because that's my biggest, I don't want to say pet peeve.
Yeah, that would hurt a little bit.
Irk. Is that a word?
No, it's your biggest advice, right? Yeah. Because it's not something that we like have a problem with.
Right.
You know, it's
exactly.
Listen to you. So yeah, absolutely. What about the section where the beard hair goes towards the neck, back towards the neck? Yeah. So that's going to be figured out with styling. That's going to be figured out with the heat. That's going to just have some adjustments. And Brian says, I roll the heated brush like a round brush to get those waves on the side, and I don't use the blow dry. Yeah. That's a great method as well. Yep. Fantastic method as well. And so Brandon, all I will say is, as you are, what you can look forward to is your beard. It looks like a very common growth pattern where it's going to be the longest on the chin. The underbeard's probably going to be a little bit behind. Just know that that's normal. As you grow, you are going to do transparency trims. And I've come to find out that a lot of guys think of transparency as like an insecurity, or they think of a transparency trim as like, oh, I'm not as good as these other ones. No, we all do transparency trims. That's the only kind of trim that I do. And I don't want anybody to think like, down about that kind of thing. They're going to come. You're going to do them. It's going to look great. Have some fun with it. I think it's going to balance out the bald head so well. And that's the nice benefit, is when you have a nice round bald head, having a little bit of volume on the beard does a really good job to kind of balance it out. And so I think that's going to help you out a lot. And yes, Flag is right. Whatever you do, do not use a flat iron on the beard.
What happens though? Because I have always wanted to straighten your beard.
Yeah, so it just gets too straight. It just gets.
Does it like? Would it get like this?
Yeah, it would 100% get like female hair.
I want to see it.
Straight.
Somebody do it and send me a picture.
No, please don't. I don't think that there's a person on the planet that thinks that looks good. Please don't. And and I'm not gonna say any names here, but to be honest, as looking through like the Beard Octane entries, there's one or two where I'm like, that's just too straight. Like that's just too
yeah, I can see that.
Like you want a little texture, you want a little texture. Sam, do it today. No,
he would karate chop me in the throat.
Yeah, that would not happen. That's not gonna go well. Yeah, that's just not gonna go. We don't have that kind of humor. Like I know some couples play like pranks on each other. I've seen videos like that. That would not be funny here.
Says the man who sneaks up on me every single day.
I have never once tried to scare her intentionally. She is just hard of hearing. She doesn't have good vision. You guys.
I'm elderly.
I'm 6'3", 225. I've never been called graceful in my entire life. And this girl would swear that I'm a ninja. Like I am
ninjas me.
Like I am just this guy.
You
like
do it
doing
subconsciously.
Flips.
I feel like
she was out at the van doing something. I walked up normal as heck, and she.
He was just standing there. I turn around from the back seat, and he's just standing there.
And then in the same breath, she'll be like, like you walk down the stairs like you're an ogre, and it's like, hey,
I've never said that.
That's true. Something along those lines, though. But no, she says like I'm this ninja, and yeah, I'm just not.
I told him he needs to start like filming all the times that he scares me because it's hilarious.
But the problem, I'm back to you. The problem is I don't do it on purpose. I don't like. I've never been like, oh, I'm going to scare her.
Anytime you walk into a room that I'm in by myself, just immediately think that I'm going to be scared by it.
No situational awareness, only with me. Sam's a very situationally aware person.
I am.
Very. She just feels comfortable, she trusts me. So yeah, but no, I do
it
not
happens
on purpose.
In the like I'll be doing my hair in our bathroom and you have to like turn the corner from walking outside of our bedroom to get into our bathroom. Every time he comes around that corner. Well, now you've started saying something. You'll be like, brr.
Yeah, I tried to warn her. And Banana Ghost says there's a guy with a huge handlebar mustache that uses a tiny flat iron to curl. He figures it's not optimal for health, but necessary for the style he goes for.
I've seen those little tiny ones.
Yeah, so the word I'll correct you on there is necessary. So that one I'll push back. I promise you, with all of my experience with this, I could reach that same exact style with a different technique. Now, can he get there with that? Of course, absolutely. But you can get any kind of styling with different methods of better heat. So necessary would be the one that I would say, not necessary, but understood. And I've talked about that. And I'm the guy going to judge nationals. Some of the worst beard advice I've ever heard are from national and world beard competition champions. Almost like if I were to give like the top 10 people I don't want to listen to beard advice from, almost all of them are like the beard competition like champions. And the reason why is they have, and I have good genetics, so I understand how this is going. They have unbelievable freak of nature genetics where they could do whatever they wanted to their beard and they're going to be fine.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I've told you guys the story. I have talked to people literally in the competition circuit where they're telling me what they do to their beards. And I'm like, what's going on? And then they say, oh no, I have a competition next week. And every single weekend, I just cut off the split ends. They literally in a week can grow the amount that they cut off and stay at the same length. And every week they have new split ends. Do you realize the beating your hair is taking if you are having weekly split ends? Oh, man. And so, yep, here's Brian, who, as you can see in the picture, has a legendary stash. He said, it's taken practice, but I've decided slow and low heat, I can get a great curly mustache. Yes. Yes. Yep. It is so true. Recommend me handlebar advice, Master Dan. Yeah. So I am not a master in handlebar mustache, but you can achieve it in other ways. Brian has a lot of great information on it. And I do have a handlebar video with my buddy Jake Rancourt. If you just want to look up like Dancy Bearded handlebar mustache, that can help you out as well. But you can do it with a heated brush. You can do it with a blow dryer. You can do it with, they even make little they make mustache specific curlers.
Really?
You curl
You
it up,
put it in?
grab it, blast it with heat, have some wax on it, and then take it out and it stays. And so, yes. And yeah, so Ken runs his heated brush at 290, can get it super straight. Yep, absolutely. And Scott says, yeah, I was told by a mutual friend at the Sasquatch Uncut competition to stop doing a transparency trim because it will grow faster. And that one, I just did a video on it. That one hurts my soul. Like, people believe if you take the end of your hair here and cut it, this will grow faster.
They say it for head hair too. That's what I grew up with.
That's crazy. There's not even logic there. There's not even this is going to communicate here. What? It's just so crazy, man. Just so crazy. Yeah, Brian's beard is absolutely the competition worthy. Yep. Panama, what's going on? I actually have a former athlete and student of mine who's in Panama right now competing for the U.S. women's national soccer team. So very cool. They won today as well. Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to argue, but I figured it would be unsolicited advice unless they ask. Never argue. The times where it is tough is when they give you advice and you didn't quite ask for it. And so they're wrong. That is a tough one. Yeah, that is really, really, really tough one. Yep, no doubt. Yeah, for sure. Definitely bad info out there. Yep, yeah. Velcro style curlers. Exactly. Yep, those work really well. Yep, no doubt. Awesome. Okay. Next section here, guys. And it's actually the last one. Your beard questions. Okay. How do I get rid of the chin hair kinks? Exactly like we were talking about, my man. Heat plus tension equals direction. You can use a blow dryer and a round brush. You can use a heated brush. It takes lots of practice and lots of trial and error. Yep, lots and lots. Will Violet do soccer?
She didn't.
She did.
She did, and she didn't.
So the story there, she tried soccer a year early, and she got better each week, but she was challenging. Paint a picture for soccer of how she did, but be fair and share how the other kids did.
So Violet was very excited to do soccer like her brothers, and we get there. And she didn't want to go out, and then she needed to come back for hugs, and then she was laying on the field, and then she was licking the ball. And to give her some credit, the other kids were also not very good. Like, I saw a kid help the coach in the face with a ball, and they'd run and, talk when they weren't supposed to, but Violet was the only one laying on the field.
Violet is very, very stubborn.
Yes.
Very stubborn, which I know is a trait as a young lady a little bit later in life is going to be very beneficial. And
disagree.
Well, very beneficial. Maddox is the opposite of stubborn. And the problem is he can succumb to peer pressure. He can succumb to people convincing him of things. Not going to call somebody fat, not going to do something like that. Violet will never be influenced by peer pressure. A boy will never be able to convince Violet of something that she doesn't want to do. That is a fact. And I don't want that to go away. Now, it's not going to be nice and convenient for us. It's going to be very challenging for us. But to have a stubborn, as a former middle school teacher, to have a stubborn young lady, very valuable, very, very valuable, and something that you don't want to lose. But it's challenging as heck right now. And we will say we talked about it today. She is slowly getting better with interacting with us. And so that will be good. Licking the ball is how you keep it away from your opponent.
You want this now?
Right. Licking the ball gets me every time. And it's a dirty ball too.
They play on like an indoor turf and it has like the little pieces of tire, but it's so dirty. So when the kids get back from the indoor facility, their hands and their face are all black and she's just licking that.
It's bad. It's bad. So we stopped her sessions short.
Yes.
Because Jax moved up to the big leagues and it was like, just take Violet or just stop 2 weeks early. And I'm hoping she just wasn't ready. She's actually super talented.
Her kick is really strong.
Yeah. And she sees what her brothers do and emulates it and is going to be athletic if she wants to be. So she's tried it. We'll see what she does in the future. Just how we approach the boys too. They can do whatever the heck they want. And so she does like gymnastics though.
She does. It's super cute.
So yeah. All right. How do you use a comb in the shower? Slowly and carefully, literally just like you would use a comb any other situation. You just run it through the hair. My only advice is make sure if you reach a tangle or a snag, you don't power through it. You just take it out, go back, and
Do you have to have, gosh, you guys don't have conditioner, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to have conditioner on it?
So
that's kind of like a hair rule.
I always comb my beard before washing, before conditioner, because I want to exfoliate. And that's really important to me. Exfoliating before you have beard wash on is so beneficial because you break up all the dead skin cells, you open the pores, and then you go in and wash and it clears everything out. And I exfoliate again while the wash is in. So no, but the key is, as I said, slowly and carefully. So many guys, are myself included, we're naturally inclined to go fast and to power through. Slow and easy. Yep, slow and easy. All right. Is this the right order? Beard wash, beard oil, blow dry, heated brush. That's my morning routine. Yep. I would not change any order there. Is Detroit Grooming still in your lineup? It is. Yep. And it's still in Sam's lineup.
Sure is.
Yeah. Belle Isle butter is probably the most used beard product in your history.
Yeah. Definitely.
You've used many tubs.
These lips, how shiny they are?
She uses it, on her lips. So yes, it is. Is it as much as it once was? No, but it is still an amazing product, and Belle Isle is still right there with the best of the best. Yes. Let's talk about those eyebrows. No haircut is finished until ears, nose, and eyebrows. That's good advice. I have big eyebrows, right?
Yeah.
I've got big natural eyebrows, but I like them. It's intentional. I feel like if you've got them as a man, you should rock them. It balances. Like, imagine me with like thin eyebrows. That'd be wild.
I can't.
And my style isn't polished. You know, some guys like a really crispy cheek line, and I can see like a polished eyebrow. That's just not my style. I'm a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm not like mountain man, but I'm a little bit more rugged than that. And so, but I do trim them like every week because my eyebrows.
Yeah. Dan's eyebrow hairs do not stop growing.
No.
Sometimes he'll have one that'll like just be like touching his cheek, and I'm like, do you not feel that?
Yeah. And they're thick and coarse. They're beastly. I'll get one that's like pitch black, like it's just black, and I'm like, where did you come from? Like, what the heck? So I agree, all of those things matter. I do my ears, I do my nose, I do my ears when I do like haircuts. So Sam will do like the bulk, most of my hair, and then I'll go in and do around my ear. I'll do my inside my ear. I'll do my sideburns.
Do you have a nose trimmer?
Yeah, I've got a couple.
I waxed the inside of my nose the other day. It like really hurt.
Oh yeah. So those are
really hurt.
They have those kits where you get the wax on a stick, put them in there.
That's exactly what I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of guys rip off their mustache hairs.
Oh God.
Imagine how painful that would be.
Yeah.
How does my beard look? Good, my man. Good. We just got a little tiny image, but looks really good. All right. Mr. B, he says, how about minoxidil? Does that work? Great question, my man. So minoxidil, if you guys are not familiar, is the active ingredient in Rogaine. I was actually listening to a podcast today, and they were like, is Rogaine still a thing? Yeah, it actually is. Minoxidil can work. There's 3 categories that people fall into in minoxidil use. 1, it works. 2, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. And 3, there's adverse reactions. Now, do you guys know why Rogaine was invented? Do you know why minoxidil was a thing? It actually had to do with a heart medication. And so one of the adverse reactions to minoxidil is heart palpitations. Not good, right? There's a lot of real trouble breathing. There's a lot of real serious like adverse reactions. I personally have never fully recommended minoxidil to anybody. I know there are natural remedies that perform better than Rogaine. There are actual things that studied side by side with men's hair that outperform minoxidil, such as peppermint essential oil, such as rosemary essential oil, and several other things. And there are a couple of growth oils out there that I would highly recommend ahead of this. One, Sam's using right now, and that's the Accelerator by Grindstone Grooming. I helped develop it. And then the other is the Growth Stim Oil by Dr. Nix. Both of those have had people in the chat right now that have seen positive results from using those growth oils. Now, is it magic? No. Is it guaranteed? No. But essentially what's going on, Mr. B, is the final line on this answer is all of those things work if you have dormant hair follicles. You have the follicle underneath the surface, but for whatever reason, the hair is not able to bust through the surface of the skin. Or if it does, it just becomes a vellus little baby hair and then keeps falling out. This is going to get that follicle deep seated and grow to be this amazing, anchored hair. It's going to do a much better job. So I do not recommend minoxidil. It scares me a little bit, but I do know people who it's worked. So I'm not going to sit here and like slander it because I know it can work. Kevin says, combing in the shower is one of the best things I learned from this channel. Let's go, man. Let's go. I love that. And there's so much bad information out there. Like people say, I still hear it. And they're like, only comb your beard when it's dry. Gah! Like all you need to do is have a beard hair that's shed, right? That's on the kitchen sink. Why would it be on the kitchen sink? I don't know. But the bathroom sink, the bathroom counter. Take it and pull it apart. See how easy it is to break that hair. Now get a hair that's on the wall in your shower and pull that apart. See which one is more elastic, which one is more forgiving. It's the one that's wet. It's the one that's hydrated. So yeah, that'll be a big one. As a marching band parent, we refer to those as turf turds.
Oh gosh.
Because we know that. Do you remember what that black stuff is from with the turf?
The tires.
Yeah, but what about it specifically?
I don't know.
It's from I forget the exact name for it, but it's like road dust. So it's not like tire stuff. It's like it's the dust from your brake pads. It's the dust.
They're used tires?
They're 100% used tires.
Oh.
Every turf is from recycled tires.
Interesting.
Yep. So yes, 100%.
I guess that makes sense.
Hey, Brandon, thank you, man. He said, I appreciate the advice and everyone else. Great info. I'll definitely use these tips moving forward. Thank you, man. And keep sending in. Have fun with it. Please understand that the styling, you're going to figure out this one, and then a new problem comes up, and then a new problem comes up. It's never ending. I do this for a living, and I have new challenges every single week with my styling. So thank you, man. You didn't have to do that with the super chat, but it is appreciated. So thank you. All right, so let's see what else we have here as far as any other questions. Okay. Oh, from one father to another, Dan, I tip my hat what you said about your daughter. Thank you. Yeah, I take it seriously when I say like Violet's a handful, but that's going to help her in life. I mean it. I don't want to like get that out of her. I want her to be tough. I want her to be hard-headed. I want the guys to be like, yeah, Violet's not the girl you mess with, and she's not. Like if you try to mess with Violet, she'll hurt you. Like actually hurt you. Heard the transparency trim a few times. What is it referring to? Wild loose hairs trimming? Noob here. You want to take your shot at transparency trim?
Okay. No, I feel like you should do it.
Okay.
So, I feel like I'm not qualified enough for a new person.
I actually trust you. I think you would have it. I think you would understand it well. So essentially what a transparency trim is when your beard grows to a certain length, it's going to start to have portions on the bottom where the light gets through it and it's more transparent than the other parts of your beard. And the reason that happens is for most people, most of your growth is going to happen from the chin, from the front, but the underbeard, those neck hairs take a little bit longer to catch up. So what you do is, well, actually catch up isn't the right term. They take longer to grow because they'll never catch up. So you trim that front that is thinner and allow that underbeard to grow in at a thicker, kind of slower rate. And it just makes your beard appear to be more full and dense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Was that what something around what you're going to say?
Something.
All right. Before I spend our hard-earned pennies, my heated brush is a cheap one from the grocery store. Will a more expensive one truly work better? Yes. One area that I do not think there's any benefit in going budget is heat. Sam has experienced, since we've been together, the cheapest hair dryer imaginable.
Yeah.
A really nice hair dryer that we bought. Got to talk about hard-earned pennies. Frugal over here. That we bought to 3 times as much expensive. Have you seen a quality increase as you've gone up?
Yeah. Not between like the
top two.
The top two, yeah, because they're kind of different. Because one is like a blow dryer and a like heated round brush situation, so they kind of are. It's like a different thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cheap ones will just fry your hair.
And there's a whole science to it, Leo. You have, which I'm learning more on, you have ionic, which essentially is just the way that the molecules interact with the hair. Yes. And again, I would never give anybody bad advice, but especially, I know you and met you. Yes, it really is. There's a big difference there.
And with the current one that I use now, I think the thing that sold me on it was that it like, I don't know like the numbers, but it was like 100 times per second. It's checking that temperature to make sure that it's not going up to fry your hair, which all of the lower level ones don't have that. So it's just very unsteady as far as the temperature goes.
Perfect. What is your most worn hat? I rotate through my Dancy hats pretty evenly. I would say lately, since it's came out, definitely your mountain hat.
Yeah,
definitely. That would be my most used one, because then I can wear like a logo somewhere else and put that one on. And yeah. So, yep, I like that. Otto says, definitely agree about exfoliating before wash. Not certain why, but the skin likes it way better. Yep, I agree entirely there. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Is Keeps and all of those other recent men's hair loss all minoxidil? I've never heard of Keeps. So I don't know. I don't really follow any of the head hair, like keeping those receding hairline things, because that's a whole nother beast when you start talking about male pattern baldness. Our beards are much simpler, luckily. And so, yeah. Oh, it's so interesting when things are invented for something else and then a side effect becomes its prime use. Yes. The slinky, right, was developed by the U.S. military for springs, and then somebody literally knocked it off of stairs, and they were like,
oh my gosh,
that's satisfying. Silly putty was from the government.
Coke?
Yeah, Coke was made as like a medicine. Yeah. Oh, that's so fun to think about all those things. Yes, so fun. Okay. Erica says, Dr. Nix helped grow back my eyebrow hair. That's so
working
cool.
on that right now.
What's up, Thomas? Yeah, that's what Sam is using it for. How often do you trim your beard while growing it out? I go every 4 to 5 months, I would say. But it's just personal preference. There's no blueprint. There's no right or wrong on that. Yeah, it's just up to you. Same thing. Nathan, genuinely, it's up to you. If you want advice on like, hey, should I trim now? Send it to the show. You guys, beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We would love to be able to help you out. Dr. Nick's growth stem seems to be working for me. That's awesome. Really, really, really awesome. Yeah, I love. Another one for Dr. Nick's growth stem. He sees a difference. Very cool. Hey, Mr. B, thank you, man. Said, thanks, bearded God. I'll seek the products you recommend. Maybe one day it will grow some sexy. You got this, man. You got this. Dancy knows this stuff. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. My cheaper heated brush was big and bulky. My Aberlite just fits the beard better. And that's important too. For example, the Cushel bar is a really good quality heated brush as well, but I outgrew it. It's much smaller and doesn't fit what I need it for. And so that's important. All right. Recommend a good dryer. So I'm going to give you some, then Sam will give you some. Babyliss is top of the line. You cannot go wrong with a Babyliss hair dryer. I currently, and this actually is going to be in my top products video, you guys, but I currently use my Amazon co-share blow dryer. It's a Dyson knockoff. For me, it's just better. Like, it's just better. And there's no any kind of benefit of me saying that. It's probably more beneficial for me to say Babyliss and have opportunities there. But my Amazon one's just better. It really is.
It's good. I've used it.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Sam, what about you? Which hair dryer are you using now?
I use the Shark hair dryer, which is like the lesser expensive of the Dyson.
The Dyson Airwrap.
Yes.
Because mine is the Dyson like hair dryer knockoff. Hers is the Airwrap,
which
knockoff.
is also the hair dryer.
Right. And
just with other tools.
Yep, and that one's a great one. A lot of people speak very highly of that. Sam, so you tried my hair dryer. You liked it. Have you tried the Aberlite?
No, I'm too scared to try a heated brush.
Which is wild because it's so much safer than a flat iron.
My hair looks like this.
Her hair is crazy.
I have very curly, very kinky hair, and it's not cute, and I'm very particular about it. And if it doesn't style the right way, then I have to wash it again. And I just don't like doing that because I'm just kind of lazy. So I haven't tried it yet.
There you go.
I don't know if I will.
Ruben said going from a cheap garbage hair dryer to a Babyliss was such a huge difference. Yep, truly. I've gone with the Aberlite Go 2 and the Kosher hair dryer. So much an improvement. That's my daily, like literally daily, you guys. Like when I recommend these things, I use them. Like it's every single day. My beard is about 4.5 inches. How many times a week should I condition it? The shorter your beard, the less likely you should be using conditioner. So I gotta make a video where I'm just like super straightforward and clear on this. Conditioner for a beard is mainly for one thing: to prevent tangles and snags. It's going to soften the hair as well, but most of us don't have to super worry about that. If you're needing extra softness from conditioner, you're probably not using the right oil. You're probably not using the right butter. You're probably not drinking enough water. But what I can't do with conditioner is every other day is to help with the tangles and snags. And when you do that, it does help the health of your beard because you don't have breakage. You don't have premature shedding. You don't have extra split ends. So that's the main thing. Short beards don't have as much of that as a problem. You're right in that area where it's like, okay, yeah, you definitely can start using it. So how many times a week? No more than every other day, but just play around. Use it once, go a couple of days, see if you feel like you're getting tangles and snags. If you are, add it in more frequently. I used the Acrim, but it's temperature controlled. So that brand's a rough one. They don't make any of their own products. They just do, in my opinion and experience, they just do white private labeling. They take one from Alibaba, put their logo on it. So they have some of the worst heating devices I've ever seen. And then they have some that are okay. Now, the worst ones are essentially like a flat iron that's not like, because a flat iron's like tongs, right?
Yeah.
Where it closes. They have ones where it's like one half of a flat iron, and then there's literally a plastic guard that you slide over it. Those are horrible. Stay far away from those. Yeah, far away from those. So yes, man, my goodness, that's crazy. Cubic says soccer goalies' frequencies come down with lung cancer from driving on artificial tire-based turf. I can see that. Turf is horrible. The amount of injuries that happen with turf and football and soccer, it's atrocious. But it looks good and there's no maintenance. So that's why people go with them. But if you're like Messi, he has a clause in his contract. He refuses to play on turf. So if they have an away game, if you don't bring in grass, he won't play.
That's wild.
And you guys want him to play. Hey, Leo, he says, thanks for your advice. Jen's looking for a hammer to break her piggy bank to get us a heated brush. Understood. My advice, Leo, is wait for Black Friday. I bet you there will be some really good heated brush sales during Black Friday. So yeah, I think that could make a nice difference. Wanted to acknowledge the awesome growth in the thumbnails, intros, and details of everything. Thank you. That's all credit to Sam over here, pushing me to always get better. So thank you for noticing, Down. All right, I work in manufacturing with tungsten powder. I get powder everywhere, especially my face. Do you think a stripping wash would be okay as long as I followed up with quality products? No, Caleb, I would not. If you use a stripping wash every day, you are going to damage your hairs. That's just how pH works. A good lathering daily gentle wash, like literally LCW from Beard Octane, will do the job. You should be totally okay. Once a week, stripping the beard, and then the other days using that gentle daily. Yep. Right. I strip once a week and you use LCW daily. Right there. Right there. Sam, thank you. My wife has curly hair and is thinking about a heated brush. If you try Zabrolite, will you let us know?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, do it on like a lazy day, you know, where you like don't have to worry about going
like a
out
wash
and stuff.
day.
Because if Sam is getting ready and anything's off with her perceived appearance, it throws off everything.
It ruins my whole day.
And so would you be able to handle it? I think you'd be able to handle it on like a lazy day.
But like I do like curls, waves in my hair. I don't ever straighten my hair. So I just don't know if like the Abrolite obviously is not going to curl my hair like this.
Not like that. I mean, you can manipulate it. You can twist and you can use it.
Seems like hard work.
I'm sure trial and error, guys. Like, I'm not interested in that. Otto says he used the Acrum with decent success, but the Abrolite was a noticeable upgrade in control and seemed gentler as well. Yeah, there's almost always you get what you pay for. You know, almost always. There's exceptions, but generally speaking, almost always. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and wrap up here with a reminder on Friday, 2 days from now. We'll still be, the plan is for about a 2-hour stream. So get yourself ready for that. All right. 8 to 10 is the goal. And that's going to be on Friday. Beard contest. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be giveaways. And of course, there's going to be madness. We hope you guys will be there. And outside of that, guys, beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We'd love to have you on the show next week. Send in. It's free. I'll get back to you. We'll get you on. And man, this was cool. And we should probably show a little love to this one more time. Just because if you guys missed it earlier here, this was so cool from Eric with an A as the last name. And I mean, I love both of them. Like I see the dark one, I'm like, that looks so cool. Then I'm like, but the texture of the pumpkin looks so cool. And so, man, that made our day. So Eric, thank you for sharing that. Thank you guys for hanging out. So cool. Podcast Friday, Murder House Story.
Murder?
Murder who?
Oh my, you went full out.
I don't even remember what that was from, but
isn't that like Cat Williams?
Oh, it is Cat Williams.
I don't know how I pulled that out.
That was high five. Very nice. That was really good. Really good. Thank you, Ward. Good night to you guys as well. Sam, anything for the people as we get going?
I hope that you guys all have a good night's rest.
Aw, that was very nice. I appreciate that. Well, we're going to get out of here right on time, everybody. Please stay bearded,